So I got my first hate comment the other day. I know, exciting. It pretty much said that the meal plan videos, well, meal plan, was too expensive and they'd rather do roids. Now, never mind that this guy clearly doesn't know how hard it is to get primo these days. I wasn't really annoyed. It's free engagement, which I clearly need, but it got me wondering, is it really too expensive? And the answer is yes. I counted, but so is everything else. The average person has 2 takeaways a week, which is about 35 to 50 pounds these days. If you buy the cheapest meal deal from Sainsbury's for your lunch every day, that'll run you £17.50 a week. An option most people take, by the way, including yours truly, or those sourdough sarnies are gonna keep giving me the puppy eyes. Even Monster is expensive, the cheapest you can find being £1.65 a can, and one a day being £11.55 a week. And if you're anything like me, that one a day probably isn't gonna cut it. All that together is possibly £80 a week, and that doesn't include your weekly shop. Some of this may be lumped into your weekly shop, and there is a bit of crossover, that being the Monster and the meal deals, but oftentimes that isn't always the case as well. Compared to that, the £70 weekly shop that has your meal prep in mind doesn't sound particularly expensive now, does it? On top of that, with some smart shopping options, you could probably bring that price down to maybe £50 a week if you're lucky. Not bad for meal prep. I suppose then you have to decide what you want to maintain: an unhealthy lifestyle based on convenience, or a healthy one based on results. Neither are cheap these days, big thanks to our corporate overlords for that, but you can decide what is more valuable and is a better deal. If you want to build some muscle and get in shape, click the link in bio or drop me a DM. Alright, that's it. Like and follow for more, and go get training.